There's been a shift. It used to be predominantly press, but radio in Zim has really made such a huge rebound and is becoming almost like a communication channel of choice because it's cost effective. And we have like two commercial radio stations now, so that's really changed the playing field and the scope. Print is slightly expensive. So while kind of people, well, mostly clients will say it's traditional, let's go there because we know people will read, etc. I think radio is really giving them a run for their money, and the commercial radio stations are adding value to what they are giving to clients, and clients are really like lapping that up. Mobile penetration in Zim is like at 104%. So really everybody across the board has got a cell phone, and smartphones are getting more accessible to everybody as the price is coming down. You've got local companies that are producing out of China generic smartphones that people can access. So the mobile phone is such a huge channel. In terms of radio, people are not listening to radio on their radios. They're listening to radio on their phones when they're in the commuter omnibuses, when they are, going about their day-to-day business. In the office, it's everyone with earplugs now. So there are sectors within the economy that are investing in their brands, not necessarily multinationals. But I mean, certainly you're seeing the likes of Unilever, that was really very quiet 2008, 9, etc. But now they have repositioned themselves and they are recruiting big time, and they're very active in the market in terms of activations below the line, one-on-one. Maybe not necessarily above the line using your traditional above the line, but definitely on an activation platform. You've got the likes of InScore, which is Pan-African. BAT, there are quite a few big names. The mining companies are also, and they do a lot of corporate social responsibility and a lot of investment in those kind of areas within the economy. The keyword that's been spoken of at the conference that's of interest to us is collaboration, and collaborating across the network in terms of sharing skills and competencies that you don't necessarily, maybe coming from a small market, have to have someone full-time in your team that has a certain skill, but you can outsource that skill to someone within the network. That's been very key for us, especially in the area of social media. That is still embryonic in Zim, but definitely there's an interest in brands and they want to go in that space, but they don't quite understand. And the skill set also from the service, from like agencies, including ourselves, is we're learning. And when you can lean on colleagues in the network that have perhaps walked the journey that you're starting to walk on now, it really puts you in a good footing and gives you some competitive edge within the market space.